Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of No Title Needed, coming to you from the beautiful Feinstein's Cabaret right here at the Hotel Carmichael in Carmel, Indiana, US of A. I'm Cynthia Collins.
And I'm Scott Osborne.
We are
Your co-host.
Oh my gosh, we are simpatico today.
Yes, we are.
Our guest is someone that I've known for a while. Kathrine Kouns, Katie Kouns, you are the head kahuna of the choir department at Carmel High School.
Yes.
You lead the whole shebang.
With lots and lots of help, but yes.
Yes, you do. You do have help, but you are the director of the choirs there, the head director of the entire choir department. And there are like how many choirs
We
there
have
now?
10 choirs at Carmel High School.
10 choirs.
Yeah, we've got about, it's a little bit lower this year, but next year our numbers are closer to a little over 450 students.
Wow.
Within those 10 choirs.
In the choirs. And hold on, but 3 of those choirs are competitive show choirs. Is it 3?
Well, we've actually started to take Allegro, which is like a prep women's group. We've started to take them to like one competition a year, just to give them the opportunity to test the waters.
So the other female competitive show choir. The accents are the main female competitive show choir, and then
ambassadors
are
the
mix. Okay.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I know this because our daughter,
Marilyn
was in these for 3 years and in Select Sound,
Which is the a cappella group.
the elite a cappella group. There, she was a 3-year veteran. I'm plugging her now.
She was amazing. I got to see her every day.
That's right, because you were in charge of Select Sound.
Yes.
And you were in charge of the accents, along with everything else. But those were your babies.
Yes. I'm the way that we do it is that there's 3 directors there, Kyle Barker and Anna DeBard are the other 2. And we kind of have one of us as the lead director for each ensemble, and then the other 1 or 2, depending upon the situation, are assisting and available to help and running sectionals and available for any kind of assistance that's needed. So, the way that it works right now is Kyle kind of leads ambassadors and I assist. I lead accents. And, so we just all take turns.
Yeah. You're still the head.
Yes.
Don't be modest.
Well, yeah, but I mean, there's no
the department.
but no one could do that on their own.
Of course not. It's huge.
Huge position.
It's huge. I mean, the choirs are incredible at that high school.
Yes.
Renowned. Yeah.
They are, right? And this whole show choir thing
Yes. It's its own little world of
in
crazy.
this state,
Yes.
and is mind-blowing.
It is. It is. And it has like pockets around the country. Like the Midwest right here between Indiana, Ohio, and Illinois is like a very large pocket of really prominent show choirs in a lot of high schools. There's a lot of great show choirs in California. There's some great ones down in like Mississippi, Alabama kind of area. There's another little pocket out near Massachusetts. And then there's a pocket near like Nebraska and Iowa.
Isn't that?
It is really interesting. It's very interesting that it, like in certain areas of the country, it just flourished and schools really took to it.
Yeah.
And then in other areas of the country, they're like, what's show choir?
Exactly.
Really interesting.
It isn't. I know.
Yeah.
And because I was in show choir in high school.
I was in 6th grade too.
You were? See? Now you're
Under
in
Hummel.
the, see,
Mr.
you're in the
Hummel.
pocket.
Oh, yeah. I'm like, oh,
You're in the pocket, but I wasn't in the pocket in Jersey. Being in sync.
yeah.
East Coast, tri-state.
You
area.
would. You would.
That it would be huge.
it's not.
No, we never
really interesting.
competed. We went and did some events and sang at school, you know, but it was nothing like this. Yeah. This is huge
It's
here.
huge. It's huge. It's really competitive. And that's a double-edged sword. I mean, it's wonderful. It's also sometimes, well, I don't know. I mean, I've made it clear to my students. I mean, I have a love-hate relationship with competition and the arts, period, because I do think that it's great for motivation, and I think it's great to help the kids achieve a certain level and always receive feedback and then grow from that. Like, I'm all in favor of all of that. But I also think there's so much subjectivity to all of it that inherently putting kids up against one another in the arts is sometimes
But
the
here's what,
healthiest thing.
let me tell you what I noticed, and I'll let you talk about this, that the Carmel high school kids are polite, supportive, respectful to all the schools.
Yes, and they better be. Or we're not going. I mean, we talk about that. We talk about how the only group that you need to be better than is the one that you were last week. Because this isn't about like one-upping somebody. Of course, we want them to be the best version of themselves that they can be. But I'm really clear with them that we are there to support everyone. They're not the only talented kids in the world. We're not the only hardworking program. There's a lot of great directors, a lot of great kids, a lot of great programs with a lot of talent, and that's okay. And we can support other people doing the same thing that we love. And so when we go to contests, I'm like, you better be in there being everybody's biggest cheerleader.
And they are.
And supporting, and genuinely, not just like, yay, you, but like really genuinely supporting them. And if someone does a great job, you go find them and you tell them and you give them lots of love. And if it doesn't go your way that week and you don't win, well, you know what? Good for that other group, because you're going to make it really hard for you to be beat, because I know how hard I'm going to work you. Like, I'm going to work you like crazy, and you're going to really feel like you're at the top of your game. So if somebody else has beat you, then they deserve your respect. Because they obviously worked really hard too.
Yeah, being nice to someone doesn't mean that you're not doing your best.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with the winning.
That's such a great perspective to have as someone in your position.
Yeah, and it needs to be that way. And unfortunately, I think Carmel can sometimes get a negative reputation from a lot of people because they will think that, oh, well, it's a more affluent community. They've got lots of resources. They can do anything. Like, they're snobby. And I think that, unfortunately, I mean, I tell my students, I'm like, you have to work extra hard to counteract people's mistaken impressions of who you might be. Right. So you show them with your actions and you show them with your character, and you don't live up to whatever that is that people sometimes assume will be true and hopefully quickly find out isn't.
And they take that with them in life.
Yes.
As a person.
Yes.
Individuals.
Yeah. I mean, that's what we really try to do, especially with show choir, with any kind of choral ensemble is, I mean, I'm realistic. I know that most of my students are not going to go on and major in music and go to Broadway or, win a Grammy or whatever. I mean, there's a small few that might, but that's not what they're going to take with them. That's not what the benefit is going to be from being involved in that. It's going to be a really healthy community for 4 years of high school when you could very easily get pulled into an unhealthy community. It's going to be a positive group of adults in your life that is supportive of you and knows you and is invested in your well-being as a person. You're going to learn discipline. You're going to learn accountability. You're going to learn how to be responsible and striving for excellence every week. You're going to learn how to manage your schedule. You're going to learn, so many different things like that. Those things are going to be the things that impact the rest of their life. And just the friendships, the lifelong friendships and the relationships. So you're going to learn how to be on stage and presentable. You're going to learn how to speak in public. You're going to learn all these different things. Right. And those will be the applicable life skills to whatever you choose. And hopefully you'll always look back on it with fondness and with this wonderful sense of nostalgia. But we want them to be good musicians, of course, because that's what we're learning. But I always say, you're teaching the person, not the subject.
We have to take a break. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Because I agree with everything.
That's all right.
I mean, my God. Thank you to the arts,
of course,
for teaching people how to live.
Yes.
We will be right back with Kathrine Kouns after a word from our sponsor, Randy Sorrell. Hey everyone, we're lucky enough to have artist Randy Sorrell as our sponsor. And today, he's going to show you a few of his beautiful pieces.
Check this out.
Say hello to Songbook Standards. This is an original acrylic, part of my music series that I completed in 2024. Sort of celebrating jazz and blues and cool clubs all across the nation, or the world. And if you dig music, man, you are going to love this one. Lavender Fields is part of my landscape series, and if you could see this in person, you would recognize how thick and juicy and packed full of color this painting is, and it really captures the lavender fields that you see in France and, sometimes here in Indiana. I think you're going to love this one.
Hey, welcome back to No Title Needed with our guest, Kathrine Kouns. Katie is the head choir director at Carmel High School. I actually have my Carmel High School.
Great.
Look at you representing.
We are representing.
Yeah.
Yes.
My God, because we are representatives.
Yep.
That's one other thing we do. So,
Amongst many.
Multi-talented.
Yeah.
please. How did you, are you from Indiana?
I am not.
Yeah, where are you from?
Well, I was born in Chicago, but my family quickly moved to Phoenix, Arizona when I was very young. My father's job brought us out there when it was still just, very underdeveloped and tumbleweeds. And we lived out there and I grew up there and I was involved in music and involved in playing piano and singing in choirs and all that kind of stuff growing up. And then I did my undergraduate work, double majoring in vocal performance and music ed at Arizona State. And then when I graduated, I taught middle school for 4 years. And then I switched over to Horizon High School, which is a pretty large high school in Arizona. And I led their choral program out there for 13 years. Mm-hmm. And then through a crazy series of circumstances with my husband and his job, as well as our children being at the ages about to start school, they were, just about to go into kindergarten and preschool. I had done a lot of judging out here in show choir and things like that. I was part of Show Choir Camps of America and had a lot of colleagues from the Midwest because of that. And I really just wanted to be somewhere where, first of all, the arts were more valued. And secondly, there was more than one person at a school. When I was at Horizon in Arizona, I was the only director overseeing over 300 students and 7 ensembles without an accompanist, without any kind of administrative help. It was just volunteer parents and me. And it was a lot. And it was really hard to juggle all of that. And then, I had 2 small children and I was talking with friends and colleagues out this way, and almost every school has multiple teachers and an administrative assistant and support. And it's supported not just at the high school, but at the elementary and middle. And I'm like, that, and it's a healthier place for the kids to be involved in school. And so when the opportunity arose, we came out here. And I thought at the time, Ann Conrad and Lamont Kuski and Diana Gillespie were the trio at Carmel High School. And I knew that Anne was going to be retiring. And I had known them a little bit and known Lamont. And I had spoken with them a little about the possibility of coming in as one of the associate directors when Anne left. And I interviewed for the position. The department chair came to me, said, "We'd love to have you take the position, but I need to let you know that all 3 directors are leaving at the same time." And I had a 5 and a 6-year-old at the time. And I was like, I came out to slow down a little bit to take an associate position. And I was like, oh my goodness. And I wasn't from here. I mean, we'd only lived here a short time. I didn't even know the streets yet very well. So it was a learning curve, a huge learning curve. And I had certainly done this before. I mean, I'd run my own program and I already had 17 years of teaching experience. It wasn't like I was a brand new person on the block, but just Carmel, the program itself, the way that everything ran was going to be a big learning curve. So I came in at the time, took the lead position, hired John Burleis, who was another very, very well-experienced show choir person in the Midwest from Illinois. And then we hired another young guy, Joe Foltz, that came in. He was only there for a year. Anyway, through a lot of circumstances, there was a rotation for a couple of years of people coming and going, just trying to find whether or not it was the right place for them. And I think it was now about 7 years ago.
Yeah, because you've had Kyle.
Yeah, Kyle's been there. Well, Kyle's been there now. I think next year might be his 10th year.
Okay.
And then Anna came in a couple of years after that. Yeah. But I think it's been like a good 7 or 8 years now that we've been like the current team and we are working together really well. We know each other well. We've kind of got some things rolling along and it feels a little bit more solid.
Yeah, you have to have that. You can't have this revolving door for the kids either.
Yes.
It's like, it's a team. Yes. You're a team.
And it helped that with like COVID and a huge renovation at the high school, like these kinds of major things, at least the 3 of us stayed constant. Mm-hmm. So we were able to kind of keep that consistency going with the students. So,
yeah. So, I mean, you just, from university, just what you have been doing.
I have been doing next year will be 30 years. Next year will be my 30th year teaching. I know, it's crazy. And I know it's psycho. I still love it. I don't, there are aspects of it I don't love, but I still inherently, the time with the students making music, I still love it.
Listen, yeah, and Carmel is exceptional.
They're exceptional.
They're exceptional. And actually Hamilton County.
Yeah. The kids that we get to work with.
Noblesville.
Yeah.
You know, even Westfield up they're exceptional programs in these high schools.
Yeah.
And
It's
like
great.
you said, in this whole Midwest, because we used to go to these competitions and we used to see this talent
Oh, yeah.
from these Center Grove.
Oh, they're
And
incredible.
we just mentioned Center Grove.
I mean, Center Grove, their program is amazing. Fishers, their program is outstanding. Franklin Central, North Central, Zionsville. I mean, just one after another.
Yeah.
Just these schools that, with great teachers that I just respect so much for what they do and their ability with kids. I mean, I learned from every one of them by watching and stealing and borrowing. And then, yeah, the kids that they've got just, and their creativity and all of that. It's just, and it just fuels us all to be better.
Talk about real quick. Well, I'd like to just mention that next year we mentioned you will in 2027 you will have a show at the Palladium at the Center for the Performing Arts for the accents because it's their
It's their 50th anniversary
of that choir.
of that ensemble.
Yes.
Ann Conrad started that ensemble in the 76-77 school year. And so it will be 50 years that group has been around. And we've got lots of incredible groups there. And I mean, the ambassadors have even been around before that. I think the unique thing about the accents particularly is that it has been a choir that has been for no better word, a sanctuary for young women.
Next year, when I'm more confident in who I am.
Next year, when I graduate high school and start my future.
Next year, when I don't care so much about what others think of me.
Next year, when I get to see my brother again.
Next year, when we can go to school without the fear of violence.
We have a place in Carmel's program for anyone of any gender, of however anyone identifies, for whatever they want to wear, for whatever they want to be called. Like, if they want to sing, we will find a place for them to enjoy and thrive. But there are specific challenges, particularly for teenage girls.
Yes.
And the Accents has been a place that started long before me, that was created for these young women to reach a level of excellence and also to have a sisterhood, to really have a sisterhood where it's not your typical like mean girl atmosphere that a lot of things can become in high school, and where they can develop really positive female relationships and where they are considered just as important as the men or the mixed ensembles or anything like that. And where they really get to live into this elegance, but with class and fierceness and determination and power.
Give the scalp. Give it, say it.
Well, yes.
Come on, say it.
Their saying is scalba. This was started before me.
Yeah.
My first year, I was like, what does that mean? I have no idea. Is this a Midwest thing?
No.
And then I asked what it was, and they said, oh, well, that's our motto. I said, well, what does it stand for? And they said it stands for sass, class, and a little badass. And I was like, oh, I love that.
I do too.
I said, I can completely get behind that because in my opinion, that's what every woman needs. And so they live into that. And within every show that they do, I'm like, we need to be a little sassy, but that we never sacrifice the class. And a little bit of badass is okay. A little bit of it, not to the detriment of anyone else, but to you being fierce and holding your ground. In fact, my personalized license plate even says that.
Does it? Oh my God, I didn't know that. Well, it should. And you have done a fantastic job with that group, and it is empowering young women, and that's why it's my favorite choir over there. Not only because our kid was in it, but because it empowers these young women, and it is true. It is a sisterhood.
It is,
and they keep in touch, and they keep in touch after school, and they always will have that.
Yes.
Empowerment together, that what they had. I thought the first time we saw that group, I just have to tell this, we have to wrap up. But when our kid was a freshman, and when they go in as freshmen, they're just in the regular choirs, and then they have to audition every year to get in a choir. we saw, we went to I think it was probably holiday spec.
Yes.
And then, and we were like this, oh, she's going in accents. We're like, she's going in accents. Because you were doing music that was empowering women. And the pieces that you had were unbelievable. And we're like, oh, this is the choir. This is it. Look at what she's doing here. Look at what she's doing for these young women. I mean, it's important. We have to wrap up. I'm so sorry. I'm speaking. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that's all right. No, it's that will be a great event just to celebrate 50 years. And now we have daughters of girls that were in accents in the group, and it's exciting.
That's great. Yeah. Katie Kouns, we have to stop.
Of course, that's okay. No problem. I know it's been great to talk to you.
Oh, right.
Been a treat. Yeah.
Yep, a real treat. Yes. And just keep doing what you're doing.
We'll keep at it till I keel over
these kids. and well, good. And I'm glad. Thank you so much.
Of course.
And thank you to Carmel High School and to all the high schools that do this. Yeah. Have the arts and the visual arts and the performing arts in their programs. It's very important.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us for No Title Needed. Come on over to Feinstein. Scott, what are they going to see?
Well, they're going to see some very entertaining shows.
They sure are. It's something going on every night here. Wonderful entertainment in this beautiful, beautiful cabaret space. So do yourself a favor. Come on over and see a show. Have a great drink and some nosh. And I'm Cynthia Collins.
And I'm Scott Osborne.
And we'll see you next time.